Hey, are you ready for a really cool magic trick? Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. It's week 14 of the Axial Honcho Budget Build-Off. After last week's incredible week 13, where we added a lot of new stuff, including the Wordy Made front bumper and the Night Customs grill, how could I possibly live up to last week? Well, we can start by giving away a Night Customs grill as promised, and the winner randomly chosen is Blizzard RC. You are the winner. Thank you so much for your comment. It's very much appreciated. You have got yourself a Night Customs grill and lenses kit coming from me. All you need to do is reach out and we will get in touch. This week I decided to take us through the process of doing some dye work. Now we're not talking about tool and dye, we're talking about dyeing. We're taking the existing Axial SCX10 2 diff covers, which are red, and dyeing them black. You can buy, as an aftermarket, other diff covers, including Axial, and they make a black one too. But I was like, why spend more than I have to when I can do the same thing for a fraction of the cost? It's a very simple process, changes the whole look of the truck, and in my opinion, takes it to a more realistic level yet again. The process is as follows. Go to your local fabric store or Walmart or places where you would buy things like fabric, I guess. Go to your local fabric or arts and supply store and pick up a package of Rit Dye, or in the case of what I had to use, Dylon. They are both the same style of product. If you're not an adult and you're watching this, please, by all means, have an adult present or have an adult help you with this. It's using the stove, it's using boiling water, and I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. In fact, if you're a clumsy adult, maybe have your wife or girlfriend help you. A few warnings before you start dyeing at home. It sounds weird when you say it like that. When you've removed your parts from your truck, make sure to clean them with a little bit of soapy water, because you want to get any oil or grease or residue off of those parts, because the dye will not stick to anything that has that kind of grime on them. Make sure that you're using a pot that you're not totally in love with. This won't harm the pot, but you just never know. Make sure to lay out a rag or towel that you do not care about, because this dye will dye everything. And also make sure to wear gloves when you do it, because you don't want to dye your mitts. Bring that water to a boil, add in the dye product, turn that heat down, or in fact, I turned the heat right off. Dunk the pieces that you want to dye into that bath. Wait about 20 minutes, and you've got new black dyed parts. When you're fishing out your parts, after the 20 minutes has elapsed, make sure that you use something that isn't plastic, because obviously the dye will dye the plastic utensil you're using. I used a metal spoon. I'm really pleased with the update it makes to the look of the truck, and just kind of tones everything down on the underside a little bit in preparation for more weathering later on. Once you're done, make sure you clean up the space you were working in. I don't want your wife or your mom or anybody really mad at me because I told you not to do that, so definitely do that. It's super important that you clean up your workspace. I do the same thing in my workshop every time I'm down here. For the $8 that this product cost, I think it's well worth it. I think it's an excellent way to change the look and make the truck your own. It just gets rid of those red diff covers, and that's the most important thing. Rit Dye comes in a lot of different color options. You could try brown, you could try green, you could try orange, you could try all kinds of different things. But if your plastic that you're starting with isn't white, it's not going to be any of the colors that you get out of the package. You always have to remember, if you're using something like, say, blue dye on a red part, it's just going to make it purple. So keep that in mind. Always go for the basics. That's my best advice. And because that wouldn't be enough for an entire budget build week video, I've also added the new Night Customs Honcho specific fuel cell cover. I've never been a big fan of the big red in your face fuel cell. I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I decided to spray mine titanium silver. It's a Tamiya color, and I think it looks awesome this way. I have detailed it out with a little bit of hand painting, making sure that you see all the bolts and making sure that it looks a bit weathered and that there's been some fuel spilled on it, just to make it look a little more accurate. And you can pick that up from Night Customs for some monies. Hey Siri, how much is $15.25 in American dollars?
$15.25 is $11.82.
So there you go. The Night Customs Fuel Cell cover is $11.82. Additionally, in the looks department, I also decided to add James's new HiLift Jack specific for the axial Honcho cage. I thought this was a great piece. Always nice to have a few accessories on there. I thought this was a great piece. The prints that we're getting out of Shapeways nowadays are really, really great, and James does a great job of modeling these things. So I thought it was a nice little addition. Easy enough to just glue right onto the cage with a little bit of shoe goo. That HiLift Jack is only going to set you back $8.77. So there you have it, a very quick and easy week with some very nice additions in the cosmetic department. I think that just adding those subtle details are really starting to make this truck look pretty cool. What elements would you add to a truck to make it your own? Post in the comments below, I'd love to hear your opinion on that. So, like any good budget build-off, you need to do a tally. So let's do it. With the fuel cell, the HiLift Jack, and the dye, I spent $28.59. My budget for the week is $50, leaving me with $21.41 for the week. With the carryover from last week, I'm still in the black. I've got a remainder of $27.21 going into week 15. Booyah, Grandma! I think we're doing pretty well. I think the truck's looking great. And on the only sunny day, I spent it inside dyeing parts. So I still haven't taken this truck out. But I promise you, a running video coming soon. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, did you notice that my hat just changed? See you next week for week 15.